Okay, we are here for our last video of our 5-week campaign. The Quilt Show Holiday Pricing is finally coming to an end soon. Today we have Megan over there, and she is going to talk about Pfaff's Performance Icon. This is their top-of-the-line non-embroidery machine, and it's going to blow you away. It's an amazing machine. And I'm not going to steal any of her thunder this time like I always do. So thank you, Megan, for doing all these videos, by the way, with me. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. And take it away, Megan.
Hello again. Thank you guys, seriously, for the last 5 weeks joining us almost every single day to nerd out about different sewing machines, embroidery machines, sergers, all of that. But today we are on our last day of sewing week. So we're going to be talking about the Pfaff Performance Icon. Now, I know I just said last day, but remember, we're still open tomorrow, so you actually have 2 more days, but it's our last day of streaming. Now, the Pfaff Performance Icon is such a fun sewing machine. So, you've heard us all probably gush about the Creative Icon 2 and all of its awesome new features. And then a couple weeks ago, you heard us talk about the Pfaff Creative Performance 950. This one is the sewing-only version of those machines, and man, is she chock full of features. So, first thing you'll notice right away is that she is a nice, pretty big machine. So she's got about 12 inches of space here, beautiful LED lights, and I love the fact that I can get my fist underneath here to thread the machine. I know that sounds really silly, but it makes it so that when I'm changing my needle or actually threading the threader, it's really easy. The needle threader on it is actually incredible too. So the needle threader on this guy looks something like this. So all I do is thread it like that, press the button, and she does it. And she does it perfectly every single time. And I'm a person that has used metallics a lot, and man, does it sew like butter, or thread like butter for that. It also does sew with the metallics beautifully because it has something called the active stitch technology. Pfaff's active stitch technology meters both the thread and the fabric that you're using to give you perfect tension every single time. And it really does such a good job. Like I said, I'm obsessed with fun, crazy decorative threads. It really does it perfectly every single time. Now, along with that, the Performance Icon is very, very easy to use because she really won't flinch through much fabric. So right next to it, right here, you guys might have noticed from Tech Party, I had this cute little dragon quilt that was supposed to be a birthday present, but is now going to be a Christmas present, obviously. So I had that, but then my son got obsessed with a book called Dragons Love Tacos. And so I went and made myself some taco blocks. And I did that using this machine. And oh my gosh, all those little perfect little corners, it was because this machine has extra feed dogs in the front, and it has the integrated dual transport technology built into it. So it feeds everything absolutely beautifully as you do that. Another thing that I've done using this machine before, I'm going to sneak into the background here, was actually this little purse. And with it, you can see I hemmed with metallic thread. It did such a gorgeous job all the way around. And it's actually kind of pleather and that duck cloth inside of it. So these machines are made to go through any kind of fabric, the really thin stuff or the really thick stuff, with beautiful tension every single time. So I really suggest, if you haven't gone and played with a Pfaff, what are you waiting for? Go check them out. But let's talk about the ease of use on the machine. Okay.
Where are we going?
Screen. This machine is very easy to navigate. So, as you can see, right away, I can just press start sewing, and it pulls me up on the sewing screen. So I picked a zigzag stitch as I was playing with the screen before the camera started rolling. But I can open up this little menu icon in the top corner, and it's going to give me an image of all of the different stitches that I can do. Now, we've got so many different categories of stitches, and then each one has different, or some more subcategories alongside of it. So some of my favorites are going to be into the techniques. So Pfaff has so many different exclusive stitch techniques. I'm sure if you were watching our live stream from earlier this week on the Pfaff expression line, they have the ribbon stitches, the double ribbon stitches, the triple ribbon stitches. But this one also has something called stacking stitches, and those are really fun because you sew one and then you sew the other and it makes a cute little scene together. So I love that on the bottom of a tea towel or something like a little girl's dress. And the floating stitches are something I use all the time because you can actually seam two things together. There's radiant stitches that can really elevate something like a neckline. And then there's even lace edge stitches where you can add lace to hem something, which is beautiful. You do have sewing monograms. And by the way, these monograms aren't small. So if I press that M when it pops up, it's not quite that size, but when I load it, right there, that's the size it's going to stitch out. And it's gorgeous when it does it. It actually does have sideways sewing capability too. So I use it a lot when I'm doing something like a bag and I need a Velcro closure or need to manipulate in a way that is really hard for me to get the bag to cooperate with. It does such a good job with it. That's not the stitch I wanted to do though, so let's poke around. I'm going to go to miscellaneous, go down to the animals here, and you can see lots of fun selections here. And for now, I'm going to do the little kitty cat. Now I have a fun variegated thread, so obviously cats aren't that color in real life, but who wants to be boring, right? And I'm going to go ahead and tell the machine to go. So it is actually smarter than me. So I still have that dual transport activated. I'm going to release that because she doesn't want to pull the stitches on the kitty cat. And then I'm going to sew. All right, and I'm going to do another one, but then I can hit my scissor button here. And when she's done stitching, she'll go ahead and finish it off and then cut the threads, pull the tails to the back. And I love that so that I don't accidentally end up with half a cat. And especially because I like to put these on like the binding of a children's blanket because I think they're so cute. And look at that. All right, that variegated thread is very, very cute. Oh, now we have a couple of rainbow kitties. And I think they're adorable. Also, did you hear how quietly it sewed? It's so quiet when it sews, and I love that. With these guys, I am vertically challenged, so I hem my pants all the time with them. I do things like that little pleather bag. I piece together quilt tops with it. Honestly, anything and everything. If I throw it at a Pfaff machine, I know it can handle it. So if you haven't tried this machine out in the stores, you've really got to. It is so big and beautiful, and she's such a good beast that I don't know how you couldn't fall in love with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. I'll toss it back over to Rob. And once again, thank you guys so much for joining us for the last little bit. We'll see you later.
Okay. Thank you, Megan. That was spectacular like always. And why don't you come up here and join me and we will finish up our last video. And so yeah, the Performance Icon, we have, like always, special, amazing pricing.
What?
Yes,
Crazy.
it's crazy. I love the Performance Icon. I love its huge screen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, sewing machines that are not embroidery don't typically have huge screens like that really help you see all the icons and everything.
Yeah, and as you guys saw in the video, the navigation is so super duper easy, and there's so many different things you can do on it too. Yep. So I don't know if I mentioned it in there, but the shirt I'm wearing right now I actually made on it. So kind of fun. So that's one of those floating
I made this
stitches.
shirt.
Yeah.
With my credit card.
Oh, there you go.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But buttonholes are super easy. If you're staring at Rob's buttons, it's super easy on that machine.
Not stare at the buttons, they're not perfect. Okay, so anyways, thank you everybody for joining us. And like I always say, we have great prices on the Performance Icon. We have free shipping everywhere in the country. I can't disclose pricing on a video like I keep saying 1,000 times. They just won't let me, but I promise, excellent pricing on this machine. Stop by our stores if you're local. If you're not, call this number here. That will come directly to me, and I can enlighten you with a great coupon code that will save you a lot of money. And I think you'll really enjoy this machine. And so What else you got
Absolutely.
for us, Megan?
So the other thing I just want to say is seriously, thank you to everybody that helped us with
Yep.
this 5-week-long sale. We had so many people from our vendors
Yep.
come and, nerd out about machines with us.
Absolutely.
Of course, I got to do my fair share of nerding too. Hee hee.
Yeah.
But also all of you guys that have been watching the live streams, commenting below
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So I hope that you guys got to bring some new toys home.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Yeah, it's been a great 5 weeks. And just make sure that if you have any questions, you call us. These sale prices will go until the close of business on Saturday. I'm going to extend them a little bit to if you can't make it Saturday and you want to call on that next Sunday, I'll give you a little bit of latitude. But also, if you're local, come into our stores. We're closing out our drawings for the Brother 1850D sewing and embroidery combo. It's a $1,400 machine. This is not a measly machine. We always love to give these machines away, and I can't wait to see who wins. So.
Yep, so last chance, make sure you get in.
Yep, make sure you get in there. So thank you so much again for joining us for all these videos. I hope you got to see them all. If you didn't get to check them all out, you can learn about our machines. These will be on YouTube and on Facebook. They can watch on YouTube again.
Yes.
These are all, we'll archive them so people can get back and get educated. So
100%. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Thank
guess
you
with
very
that,
much.
happy holidays,
thank you,
everybody.
Megan.